Mash Monster 2 certification. For anybody who doesn't know, the Gripboard is like an old school grip form. It's been running for a long time. There is a certification process for their grippers. Do you want to kind of break that down, being a better gripper guy than myself, kind of what the Mash Monster ladder is, and then we can go into you certifying on that second level?
Yeah, so you want to go into the like how it got started too? That's a quick little, or
you could do that. I mean, yeah, however you feel the listeners would understand, I guess, the magnitude or what kind of a frame of reference for what that close of a gripper means.
Okay, so I hope I don't get any of this wrong. So I think it's 18 years ago on the Gripboard, they had a whole bunch of people that were 3 closers. And then there's only 5 dudes that are 4 closers, right? And it's like, so you close the 3, and then like realistically, the 4 is probably not going to happen. So then what do? You're sitting there in like limbo, like, all right, I close. There's no 3.5 yet. It's like there's no other certification. What do you do? So they go to Warren Tedding when he was still alive, and they had him custom make a set of grippers, which as of right now goes up to Mash Monster 10. Okay. Maybe technically goes up to 11. It goes up to, we'll say it goes up to 10. And these grippers were between a 3 and just past the 4 probably now at this point. And they basically were a way to, so you got a 75, I think it was 75 3 closers at the time, 18 years ago. So it's a lot. That was a big percentage of them who were all just equals. And it's like, all right, well, let's not make everyone equal. Let's find out where everyone sits. Because with number 3 certification, you get sent a gripper. Well, back in the day, you could just bring a gripper. But now you get sent a gripper and you have to close it. And it's like, you don't know, grippers vary a lot, gripper to gripper. I have a 3 that rates 135, and I have another one that rates 154. Like, you're not, there's
huge difference.
It's a giant, it's in grip and hand gripper, it's huge. So they custom made these grippers, the Mash Monster 1 through 10, and 1 and 2 are the same gripper, but the mounting on 1 is lower, which makes it easy because that's how leverage works. And they made it so that you sign up for it, you get sent the gripper, you have to open it on camera, you have X amount of time, I think 15 minutes, and you have 3 attempts to make a legal close on it. You send it back in, judges vote on it, and if it passes, then you get put on that Mash Monster spot. Once you do 1, then you're allowed to do 2. Once you do 2, you're allowed to go 3, and et cetera, and so forth. Yeah. So you can't just start anywhere you want to go, even though someone might be like a 4 closer and be like, well, let me try Mash Monster 6. It's like, you got to start at 1, man. Yeah. So, and they made it so 1 is accessible to anyone who's already a certified 3 closer, or if you send a video of yourself parallel setting a 3 and closing it. So, and then that has to get judged and approved, and that way they know, you know how to film and everything too. And, you know, it's really, I think it's probably one of the best, it's nearly perfect grip cert, except for the huge gap between 2 and 3, which people know about. But because number 1, the Mash Monster 1 feels like a nice 3. Mash Monster 2 feels like a harder 3. And then it jumps, you know, from like 20 RGC. Like, it's a lot. Because if you look at the list, you see a whole bunch of 1s, a whole bunch of 2s, and then 3s is like, oh, only a couple guys there. And then
starts to weed people out.
Yeah. So whoever gets 3, their name's probably on 4 because they're super close together. And then there's a smaller, you know, bigger gap between 4 and 5. And then whoever closes the 5, you can probably close the 6 too. So it's all the same guys. And then it just goes on and on and on. So it's, you know, I think it's a good certification. It's, you know, way to really measure yourself. Everyone's closing the same exact gripper. You don't
gonna bring that up.
Yeah. So the Mash Monster 1 that I closed was the same that 160 guys closed. The Mash Monster 2 was the same that, you know, 67 guys closed, or whatever it is. Yeah. So everyone closes the same gripper. It's almost as even as like you can get. And you can keep going up from there.